Let's talk about why I feel like there should be balance. Why should a woman have to choose between being kept and making her own money? Okay. Hey, it's your girl Ivy and welcome back to my channel. I would be picking a time where I have like less than 10 minutes to get ready to make a video, but I'm in the spirit to make one. So I subscribe to the idea of both being able to be taken care of and provided for while also being able to make your own money. And I say that to say, it seems like we have to choose. You can't want to be a housewife while also wanting to make your own money. Or it seems like it's just a bad thing in general to want to be kept. And I have to say, I am strongly pro soft life, pro not having to lift a finger if I don't want to, pro what do you do for a living? I'm married. I subscribe to that. And I think a lot of us should do the same. What inspired this video was just kind of seeing over time how it's almost taboo to want to be a housewife. It's almost taboo to want to be kept and want your husband to be the breadwinner. And I feel like as much as we have made progress in trying to, ensure that we are provided equal pay, that we have a space in the workforce, if we don't want to be kept, if we don't want to be a housewife, if we don't want to 100% rely on a man to take care of us or provide for us financially, I feel like it's also become one of those things where it's like, because we're pushing for equality and we're pushing to have a space in the workforce and be able to provide for ourselves, we're kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. It isn't a bad thing to not have to work if you don't want to. It's not a bad thing to want to dedicate your time to raising your kids and keeping the house up and managing those finances that your partner brings in. There's nothing wrong with that, but it seems like if you're pro women being able to sustain yourself, you're also against women being able to be taken care of and provided for. Post-editing Aya here to jump in and just kind of give you a little bit more information. I was kind of doing my research and I found a video of a housewife, and in the comments there were some that really, to me, kind of hit on the point that whether you want to be a working woman or you want to stay at home, neither is bad. A quote from Audrey Hepburn about feminine women and women who are homemakers reads, "It's sad if people think that's a dull existence. You can't just buy an apartment and furnish it and walk away. It's the flowers you choose, the music you play, the smile you have waiting. I want it to be gay and cheerful, a haven in this troubled world. I don't want my husband and children to come home and find a rattled woman. Our era is already rattled enough, isn't it?" And then one that was based on finance, y'all. Check this out. This person's comment says, "I took a finance class last semester. I attend the University of Arizona. And I learned that a dual income family doesn't necessarily mean more money. In a lot of cases, it's actually more physically and emotionally responsible to be a single income family because there's only so much time in the week for things like healthy meal prep, grocery shopping, transportation to and from work, childcare, appointments, activities, cleaning, etc. When both people are working full time, then their days are off spent maintaining a household rather than doing their leisure activities or working on strengthening their relationship. Their money most likely will go to fast or processed foods, which are more expensive than home cooked meals and less healthy. Also, they're likely to pay for childcare if their children are too young for school, which is extremely expensive. When one handles bringing in income and the other handles everything else, then it leaves more time for bonding, which is essential in a healthy partnership and provides the opportunity for healthier and cheaper home-cooked meals and cleaner and therefore healthier homes and overall less stress. Better diet plus cleaner environment plus less stress correlates with less doctor visits and generally a happier lifestyle. But this lifestyle also requires budgets, discipline, and realistic spending habits. A minimum wage earner is not going to provide this type of stability. And therefore, it's important to remember that this lifestyle is a privilege, but it's a lot more attainable than a lot of people think it is. That's why I say I'm very much so make your money, girl, and get it on your own, but also let that man pay the bills. Let that man pay for your leisure or whatever else. Let him wine and dine you. Let him pull out his card to pay for whatever. It doesn't make you less of a woman to be kept. What we just have to make sure of is that we're choosing partners who won't throw what they do for us in our face. They won't make us resent them being the breadwinner and them being the sole person who brings money in, right? And also for me, like I said, I'm very pro being kept. I'm very pro being a housewife. But at the same time, I want a partner who will enable me to continue to nurture my own business. Even if that means I don't have a 9-to-5, like they're still supportive of me breaking out and pursuing my own ventures as far as my business is concerned. And I think there are men out there who are willing to do that. And so you're not limited just because you have a partner who's providing for you, who is taking care of the necessities around you. It doesn't mean that you have to forego working or forego doing something that you're passionate about or taking on projects or even making money, right? You don't have to do that. You can have both. All right, so here's another thing. I think another huge reason why people are like averse to the idea of being provided for is because you see these relationship gurus and relationship experts kind of telling women who deserves to be kept and who doesn't, and what that means for you and your life if you are. And I want to tell you, those are the men who you should not let take care of you financially, because those are the very men who feel like they're entitled to mistreat you or treat you any kind of way just because they provide financially. Post editing, I here, and I'm coming in because I experienced something pretty traumatic today, and it made me think of another point, right? We as people in the working world depend on the companies that we work for our livelihood, for our finances, for the money that we get to pay bills, the insurance that we acquire to maintain our health or treat ourselves. And we literally put our lives in the hands of these employers. So why is it so strange to think that a woman would be comfortable allowing a partner to provide for her? You'd like to think, and I'd like to argue that most times the person that you are with cares about you, loves you, and values you a lot more than a company does. And a company just sees you as an asset, most times temporarily, where a partner is someone that you can trust and genuinely has your well-being at the front of mind. So just think about that the next time you want to criticize or talk down on someone who's a homemaker or a housewife. You want a partner who is going to treat you as an equal in your relationship. And so although you don't make the bulk of the money, you are still just as much of a contributor in terms of your financial decisions, in terms of how you spend your money. In fact, you may even get a partner who makes the money and relies on you to delegate where the money goes, whether it's for bills, groceries, leisure. It's almost like you're the in-house accountant, right? Those are the aspects of being kept and the soft life that I want us to also look at, because I feel like in order for us to advocate for ourselves in terms of being independent, it seems like we've had to be in opposition of being able to stay at home and take care of other things which are equally as important. So yeah, I don't want to make this video super long. I will likely expand on this, but I think just initial thoughts, it's really okay. In fact, it's a great thing if you aspire to be a housewife. Some of the benefits, I think, in my opinion, especially when it comes to starting a family, is being able to be super present in your children's lives and invested in their upbringing. You don't have to worry about only having 3 months to take care of them before you have to leave the home and go back into the workspace. There's no need to sacrifice the time spent with them to go back into the office. For me, that's a very large part of why I would like to stay at home when I do start having kids, right? It doesn't have to be now, and it doesn't mean that after having kids at some point I won't want to return to the corporate life or just continue putting my all into my own business. But I do think it's really great to be able to be present for those really key parts of your child's life, the times when they're most impressionable. So yeah, that's a huge component for me. And then for two, I think we tend to downplay how vital and how much of a job it is to maintain a house. People literally pay cleaners to come and clean their house. People who can afford it pay chefs, or they choose to go out to eat every night so they don't have to cook. So to say a housewife is lazy, or a woman who wants to be a housewife is a gold digger, although some people their reasons may be rooted in that, I'd like to think the majority of women who would like to be a housewife realize the work it takes to maintain a house. That in itself is a job. So I think you should consider that. If you're a woman who doesn't like to clean, who doesn't like to cook, who would much rather be doing other things, then maybe that's not the life for you. And that is completely okay. I don't think we should bash the women who much rather be in the office. And I also think we shouldn't, judge or condemn women who much rather stay at home. So that's all I got for you guys. I want to know, what do you desire? Do you aspire to live the soft life and be kept? Do you prefer to stay in the workforce and make your own money, or even be the breadwinner in your household? Or do you aspire both? Do you want to be kept and have a partner who makes a lot of money, just as much, if not more than you, and you also bring in bread too? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As usual, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, and I just wanted to come back and show y'all my finished look. I realized I didn't get through doing my really quick beat before the video ended, so this is what my face looks like, and you're about to see what my outfit looks like for date night. Oh, and let me come up and show you the shoes. Shoes, Kamai Jean, black owned. Purse, Brandon Blackwood, black owned. Okay, shop them, search them, you know the vibes. If you want me to do a Black owned haul, I would love to do that. Drop it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.